Hey everybody, Cortavius is here. I'm going to be a little quiet because my wife is sleeping behind me. I'm on vacation here at College National Championships watching my son compete. But saw the Deck of Fate thing, or I guess a Festival of Creation, get issued, and I had to jump right in. Then I thought, well, I might as well share what I learned.
Hold up! Click the link in the description right now, and you can get the free legendary Karato, as well as one amazing epic as you level up. Here are the exact steps to follow. Step 1. Log out of Plarium and play on PC and uninstall. Step 2. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4. Go to your inbox and claim Karato, the Lockdown Nuker, as well as an excellent support Tagoar as you hit level 15. Click the link now. Let's go!
So if I look at this Festival of Creation, boy, this thing's long. So there's a lot there to choose from. I think it really comes down to the 4 and the 5-star soul are the biggest value here for the points you would get and the cost. And then, boy, to get the 3-star soul, they add a lot onto that. So if you want to get the 4-star soul, you have to go through these two paths and get 2 keys, and you can get the 4-star. If you want the 5-star soul, you got to go down the outsides and pick up 2 more keys, and you can get the 5-star soul. And then if you want the 3, you can just come down here, but 5,000, 7,000, 6,000, 5,000, those are expensive. So if I break that down into the cost of that, so you don't have to do the math, each of those keys costs like 9,300 each. Fourth key's not as bad. And to get the 5-star soul, the whole thing is going to cost you 100,600 points if you want the 3, 4, and 5-star souls. That's a lot of points. That's 33,000 mystery shards, 300 ancient shards, 130 voids, 37 primals, which I'd never recommend, and 22 sacreds. If you just create 5-star chickens and go down energy instead, you'd have to make about 19 5-star chickens for about 21,000 energy. That's rough math using a spreadsheet that Saf at HH Gaming creates and looking at a previous example that they had, a previous path that had 180,000 points and doing some extrapolation. So it seems cheaper than this Arbiter one that was done before. But it's 20,000 energy, so it's still tens of thousands. If you just want the 4-star soul, you can do it for 5 sacreds and 32 voids. But in either of these scenarios, you didn't, well, I'm sorry, if you just want the 4 and the 5-star, then you're talking 13 sacreds, 79 voids, 197 ancients, or a ton of mysteries. Now, in either of these paths, the 4-star or the 4 and 5-star, you didn't get the 3-star perfect soul. So you'd have to wait for the 1, 2, and 3 to come through the shop. That could take weeks. That could take 9 months. You just don't know. But it's definitely the most value play is to let the first 3 stars souls come through the shop and then pick up the 4s and the 5s. The 4 and 5s are very expensive in that shop. So I think it's well worth that. And then it's just a question of whether you want to just be able to use Fabian with the 5-star soul right away. Then you got to go pick up the 3-star perfect soul. And then, as I said, it's 20,000 energy if you want to champ train. Now, it's 4 days long. You got plenty of time to champ train. So I'd definitely go out and start champ training first and reduce the cost of the shards. And then I saw come through the shop 13,500 coins being sold for $20. You can buy up to 4 of those, so you could get 54,000 coins for $80. So at that math, which you can't actually buy them all, but they're valuing the 5-star soul at $150. I think that's pretty crazy. But interesting, how much would you pay for 20,000 energy? So this game is not for the faint of heart unless you're just going to go free to play and just use stored energy, use stored shards. Yeah, this game definitely burns. So if you're not going to do the whole thing through champ training, which honestly on my main account, I'm eyeing that up. I think I'm just going to go crazy with champ training if I can do it while on vacation and get as many as I can. On the free to play, I just haven't decided. That kind of energy expenditure. I do have the shards, but that's a lot of shards, 22 shards. So if you're going to end up pulling shards, there is opportunities to do that. So we are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They have 4 days of progressives going to keep you excited to pull shards, I guess. So if I just look at those as a breakdown of where I would focus on, I would think you're not pulling until Saturday or Sunday because hopefully you're doing champ training to cut the cost down. And interestingly, I don't think the Friday shards are that compelling. I mean, Stultus Stultus is a very good defensive dealer, damage dealer, and he's hard to kill. But there's plenty of champs out like that. Hansel's an attack based. Cupidus used to be really good if you have Venus, but they're power crept. Valk used to be great for shields, and she can be useful in Fire Knight hard, but she's been power crept. Lysandra is great for speed, but if everybody's wearing Stone Skin these days, she's been power crept. So on Void's, Cardio's still fantastic. You can still use him in Hydra. You can use him in places. I think Cardio's great. Tuhanark is actually really good too, and Baron's a great nuker. So, but I'd pick Cardio, and I would take Lysandra out of those. But really, I'd skip Friday. And then Saturday, if you're progressing and you don't have Artak, Artak's fantastic. I mean, he is a great champ. He can solo stuff. He can do Ice Golem. He can do spiders. I mean, he's great. So Artak's definitely my pick there. If you have Artak already, I mean, Gwendolyn's pretty useful, actually. Snicktrack's fun. You know, Uko's is useful, but probably Gwendolyn's my second there. And then I think on the Voids, Warlord's been power crept too, because you can't cool down Mythicals, and Mythicals are everywhere. But he's still a good champ. I mean, he's still really helpful in Arena. He's still helpful in other places. So I still like Warlord best of those. Raka's pretty useful too. She's fun. She's a tank, and she can help keep a team alive. And Lyros is a good nuker. So the Voids are all pretty good. But Warlord would be my pick there. That's Saturday. And then Sunday, you have Kaimar. You know, I think everybody on these lists is similar in that they're not all they used to be with Mythicals out there, but Kaimar is still great, and he can speed up runs. He's a reset champ. He's not what he was in Arena, but he can still make your teams clear through content. So Kaimar's my pick there. And then Theodore is also great. So he can do solo stuff and speed up dungeon runs. So Theodore's really good too. So I think either one of those are good. I think Mashal, Tomblawn, and Bad Owl are all useful. I wouldn't pick them. Narcissus is, I think, the best Void here. He's a part of the answer to the Taras and Marichka teams. You know, hopefully you get Ancora. Valkonen's actually he's a strong nuker. He's underrated. He can block revive. He can be crazy. And Stone Skin really just took a lot out of Hegemon, so he's not the same. So I think Narcissus is your pick there. And then Monday, if you made it that far, Michinaki is a great champ still. I mean, he's good in lots of places. He's great in Hydra with decreased defense, and he can strip buffs. He can put Hex up. You know, he can ally attack in if Hex is up. So I just build him in pure nuke build actually on my Hydra teams, and he can crank. So I like Michinaki. And then for Voids, Acrizia is another one of those, you know, max HP damage dealers. So, I mean, she lost some when Newt came out, but Newt, her, and Marius, you combine any of those three together, you can take down bosses fast. So I think Acrizia is great still. And then Torment and Emic both have purposes, so they're useful. So if you are pulling shards, that's kind of how I view the progressives. I definitely would try and wait towards the end and pull as much as you can. I don't have Kaimar, so he would be my most tempting here. I don't have Theodore, so it's unfortunate. I wish those were the Mondays so that I would have all 3 days to do champ training, but I can probably gauge just how far away I am. So I'm definitely going to be going down the champ training path, you know, and I'll be going ham for that. So definitely on the main. As I said, on the free to play, I probably should do the same thing. Use some gems and some energy, and then, you know, getting the 5-star soul. I really do think for a champ that needs accuracy and needs speed, you know, it's really helpful. And you're one step away from the all expensive 6-star soul. I definitely would struggle to spend the 300 essence for a 6-star soul. There's too many competing champs that I think are out there, you know, for that. So I don't know that I see myself getting the 6-star. Definitely not on the free to play, but even on the main, I mean, I would get Marius first. I mean, TX actually is pretty tempting to me. Can't buy mythicals through there, so it's really the legendaries that would push me. It just feels like you can get enough soul essence to do like 2 champs a year, one. So you really have to be judicious on who you use. So I guess that's the path event for me. It's you know, 20,000 energy if you try to do it roughly. I may be off on that, but it's a good gauge, making 19 5-star chickens and spending 20,000 energy to try and go get that thing done through champ training. And I just think you go do as much as you can, whatever energy you have, and if you want to get the 5-star soul. And then from there, you got to supplement with what shards would you get there. If you're doing that kind of champ training, you're going to be pulling mystery shards, so you will be using some of those to get you there, but probably not 33,000 mystery shards. So I think that's the short of it. I think it's a cost of an event that's pretty comparable to what they've been doing. They've been valuing these 5-star souls at like 25 sacreds, so 22 is not out of the range for what they've been doing. As I said, the game's expensive. It's $150 in their minds for these packs they're selling. They sell the champs and they sell the souls. They consider them highly valuable. So the question is really, do you have the resources and the desire to go get that 5-star soul? So I will do it on the main because I think those souls are powerful, and I think it's important. So hey, if there's any questions you have, feel free to ask, and I might post something in a pinned comment if I see something from Saf at HH Gaming. If he does the math on the energy, and I find out that my energy total there is off, I'll update in a pinned comment to the video. So, hey, appreciate it. If this was helpful, I definitely appreciate the like and the subscribe. I'm really trying to build the channel, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day.